it's Lookin Bratz, aka Dom. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I love to talk about fashion dolls, but especially Bratz, if you couldn't tell by my username. I run a website called lookinbratz.com. It is the largest Bratz database on the internet. I made it from scratch and it's grown into a bigger thing and it's going to grow even more in the future. There's a lot of updates that have been made and a lot of bigger updates coming, so stay tuned for those. But if you are looking for a thorough Bratz resource that is completely free, definitely check it out. And on there, I will have a review of the dolls that we are going to unbox and look at tonight. So if you couldn't tell by the title of this video, I am finally opening the Alwayz Bratz dolls. I literally just got these in the mail today. I filmed a reaction video a few hours ago and that should already be up on my channel, so definitely go check that out. But I have been very, very excited for these dolls. They have been on my mind constantly, and if you don't know the context, these dolls leaked way back in, I want to say, June or July, sometime over the summer. A influencer from Brazil got a letter and a PR kit from an international MGA office, and they included artwork of the Alwayz Bratz dolls on that little note, that postcard there. And that was our first inkling of new Bratz on the horizon. And we didn't see much. There were some leaks here and there. And I think Sasha at some point leaked in like September, October. And then we finally got some inbox pictures, like leaks from MGA directly, technically, at the end of October on Halloween of 2023. And then between then and December, like mid-December, we started seeing some inbox pictures. Some people got their hands on them. And then by mid to late December, they finally started popping up at Walmart stores. And now they are finally technically here. But we are going to get into the release of this all because the distribution and the way that stores have been stocking them has been a little bit messy. So we're going to talk about where they'll be available, where you can buy them, and price points, all of that kind of stuff. But I just really want to show the dolls, and if you can't tell, my outfit is inspired, technically, sort of, kind of, by the first doll that we're going to look at, and that is Jade. So we have Alwayz Bratz Jade, we have Sasha, we have Chloe, and of course, we have Yasmin. If you don't know the tea on these dolls, this is our first ever, I'm going to move her. So if you don't know what the Alwayz Bratz line is, then hello, welcome. Alwayz Bratz is a brand new playline collection from Bratz. It is the first full brand new playline collection that we have had from Bratz since 2016 when the Instapets collection came out. Since then, we have gotten mostly collector lines, designer collaborations, and reproductions. The closest we've had to new playline is Pretty and Punk Sasha, who was a brand new addition to the Pretty and Punk line, but that was kind of it. We also had the Tweevils, which were technically collector dolls. They were kind of playline, kind of collector, depends on how you view it. And we also had Holiday Felicia, who was still technically a collector doll, so sort of new dolls, but not like, you know, full playline collections. This is really the brand's first foray into new playline since 2016. That's about 8 years ago, 7 years ago. It's been a minute since we've seen new Bratz on shelves, and I do have to say off the bat, I am very pleased with how this collection's looking. I haven't opened these yet. This is going to be my first time like holding these dolls and experiencing these dolls. This is my first time seeing them in box today, and like I was literally just so floored by the idea of new Bratz on shelves. It feels like such an accomplishment for MGA, but also such an achievement for Bratz fans who have been begging for this for years and years, and now we finally have it. And if you don't know what playline means essentially just regular dolls on shelves, like Barbie, Monster High, LOL Surprise, Rainbow High. Those are all playline dolls. Bratz at its core is a playline brand, although they have branched out into, you know, designer collabs, celebrity collabs, the occasional collector doll, that kind of thing. They've always been at its core a playline brand, so it's really great to see Bratz returning to those roots without doing a reproduction. I know some people like the reproductions, and I also love the reproductions as well, but it's honestly long overdue since we have had a completely new playline line. These are not reproductions. Some people are calling them reproductions, and I don't know if people know that these are new dolls or if they just don't know the definition of playline. So just stop calling them stop calling them repros, please. I don't know how else to phrase that. It's a little awkward because I'm like, what do you mean like reproduction? Because these aren't reproductions, these are completely new dolls. But I have been very excited about this. It's, yeah, as I said, long overdue and something that just feels very good as a Bratz fan who has gone through a lot of stuff, like seeing the brand through ups and downs all of these years. I talked about this a few times in some recent videos, but it honestly is kind of like an overwhelmingly good, positive feeling, and definitely a step in the right direction for the brand, especially because they can't live off of reproductions and collector dolls and designer dolls forever. Like, they have to change it up and offer something new. So I'm glad that we're seeing that again, and I'm really hoping that it opens up the door to many opportunities for the brand to hopefully do a full blown playline, just more playline that is new. And some people are calling this a reboot, and some people are calling this almost like a rebrand. And I have to honestly disagree. I don't see this as a reboot. When I think of a reboot, I think of like a completely new brand. I feel like this is just kind of picking up where it left off almost. Like, I felt that 2018 kind of picked up after 2009, and I feel like this kind of takes both leaving off at 2009 but also leaving off at 2018 and sort of combining a lot of different eras of Bratz. We've seen a few different eras of Bratz. We have 2001 to 2009, which is kind of hailed as the OG era. Then there's 2010 to 2014, which in itself kind of has two different eras if you think about it, but is still like the same era. And that's kind of like the 2010 era. Then we have 2015, 2016, which is the 2015 era that people really dislike. And then 2018 kind of stands on its own, but I would say it was kind of like a continuation of the OG era. And then I would say 2021 to now is kind of just like a continuation. I would say maybe like Bratz. I don't even know. It's like the same Bratz, but slightly different. And I mean, the same because a lot of it has been reproduction so far. I would say this is just like a slight, very soft reboot for the brand, and not like a major, like, oh, everything's changing, because it is the same brand. And it's like the original story when you think about the Alwayz Bratz TikTok series that we got last year. So it's like not completely new, but just a little bit different. I think it's more of an evolution of the OG era rather than a complete reboot. And I think I've been talking for way too long, but I do feel like this deserves a lot of context, some backstory, and also just general Bratstery about the history behind what has led up to this moment. Again, just long overdue, and honestly super exciting as a Bratz fan. I know some people aren't very happy with it, and I really like mean some people. I think it's just been, you know, a lot of positive energy out there, but then there's also going to be those negative people who don't know how to disassociate Bratz from what they think it is, from what it really is. Bratz, and I will say this off the bat, these are supposed to be dolls of the characters exploring their personal styles now in 2024. And some people have been like, oh, these aren't the Y2K Bratz that I remember. But why would a brand new playline Bratz doll be Y2K? Think about it for a moment, sit with it if you're confused about that. And I don't mean that to be like sassy or rude, I just mean that genuinely, why would it be a Y2K doll in 2024? I do feel like that's what the reproductions have been for, so if you do want a quote-unquote original Bratz doll, then I would definitely check out the reproductions. There have been plenty of them in the past 3 years, and if you are a true Bratz fan who wants to see this brand grow, I would say definitely support this release. And this is just coming from the fact that I haven't even like touched these dolls yet, except for like now. And I feel like if we don't support it now, we're not going to get any more of this in the future. This is like this is a huge chance thing for MGA, and I don't know anything about like what went into the production of these dolls. I don't know what went into the design of these dolls. I don't know who made the decisions behind these dolls. I will say there are some things I question about some of the design choices, but aside from that, I feel like it's a strong collection for what it is. So I've been talking and ranting, whatever you want to call it, for too long. We really do need to get into the dolls. So starting with Jade, I'm going to start reverse of how I usually do this because I usually do Yasmin, Chloe, Sasha, Jade. What I'm going to do is Jade, Sasha, Chloe, Yasmin, just to switch it up for myself. You don't care about that, but it's just something I think about. But we do have Jade, and I'm going to say off the bat, the packaging design, I am a little bit torn on. I do think it's a cute packaging design, and there are things I love about it, but there's also things I question and don't quite like about it. I do feel like it's a lot of unused space and that the accessories themselves are spaced out very oddly. Specifically with Jade's packaging, her blow dryer and her flat iron, which people are mistaking for tongs, they are at the very bottom down here when I really feel like they should have been maybe up here, just moved up a little bit, maybe move the bag down, and the brush could stay there, but I have my own opinions about the brush and what it could have been used for. The dimensions of this box are the exact same as a typical Bratz box, so they are the same size. This is the 20 Years Chloe doll from 2021. They're the same size. And the layout is pretty much the same, except Alwayz Bratz does not come with second outfits. And that is more of a circumstance of what retailers and companies are looking at these days in terms of the target audience of dolls and who's buying the dolls. So sort of unfortunately, because I do love second outfits, but sort of unfortunately because of that, we're not getting second outfits. Accessories are kind of the in and second outfits are kind of the out. We've seen a lot of shifts in brands that typically offer second outfits, such as Rainbow High and Shadow High. Bratz, for the most part, has offered 2 outfits for most of their dolls. We're seeing those kind of phase out in favor of accessories, which I personally am okay with, although I would have liked a few mix and match options for maybe mostly Jade. I think Jade is the one I have the biggest design choice issues with, even though I do like her design. But the box feels a little bit plain. I do like the holographic elements, but it's very, very reflective. So all the content I've been making with the boxes so far has been a struggle. I like the logo. We've already seen the logo because it was used in the TikTok series. I do like the assets used on this. I like the sort of like updated branding for the dolls. I just would have changed the layout of the accessories a bit, and I would have changed this font. I said this before, I think Bratz has a very interesting typography, and I think it's a shame they didn't use the font that's actually used on the back of the box on the front of the box. I think it would have made a huge difference in honestly just the overall presentation of it. And I really do wish that there was artwork on the front, but I do like having the artwork on the side. And I have to explain it this way, is that if I walk into like a Walmart or a Target, and I think with Walmart, like I have a lot of issues with the way they stock things. It's like a lot of like just putting dolls on the shelves or putting them downwards. Like they'll like stack them like this sometimes at Walmart. So I'm like, okay, like if I see the side of a doll and it has like really cute artwork and it's like really sort of flashy and in your face, I honestly really love that because it's like you see this together and this is really cool and also pretty cool for inbox collectors who have to display their dolls this way. I like it and it makes me want to go run out and get a second set. This set was sent to me by MGA, so I haven't actually seen these in the store yet, which I think is both a good thing and a bad thing because I like really wanted to go see them in the store, but also I didn't want to feel FOMO because I knew I was getting something sent from MGA. I just didn't know when. Now is finally the time, so thank you so much to MGA for sending these, by the way. So yeah, just some design choices that I would have changed up. Otherwise, I do like the box design. The back of it is a little bit plain, but also busy. Again, I really love the artwork. I'm glad they kept the character icons. That is a must, in my opinion. The logo placement is a little bit weird to me. And what's interesting to me is like the way that they do the descriptions now. And I understand having it in every language, but it's so big that it takes up so much of the box. And over here it says includes, and it shows what it includes, but I kind of wish it was like the OG boxes and it says I come with, and it says I come with this and this and this, because it's like, you know, it's just kind of like part of the appeal of Bratz to me is that it would say those like phrases and stuff, and you can see that on the back of this Chloe box. Like, I don't know. I wish there was a little bit more happening here without all of the text happening in the like big chunk there. So yeah, I do wish they kind of went more for this type of backing, but I'm not against it. I am glad though that it's not a completely plastic shell, because I prefer when Bratz have the cardboard backs that just have a plastic shell in like the front portions of the box. Like that's my preferred Bratz box. I don't like the complete plastic shell with the cardboard inside. First, I do think it's a waste of plastic, but also I don't like the way that the cardboard kind of folds in. Sometimes you can see it in there. I prefer it definitely this way. And that's just kind of like the Bratz nerd in me talking. Some interesting packaging design choices that they all have different color schemes, which I do enjoy. Something I don't like is that they only feature one character on the package, and I do kind of wish they featured the other three on each doll's box. There's like no mention or nothing about them, no collect them all. Something else I would have added is a sticker or something that says watch us now on TikTok or YouTube, because the Alwayz Bratz series is on TikTok and YouTube and all of that. My friend did find a listing on Taobao, which is a third-party selling website in which, you know, the factory workers will sell like stolen goods on, essentially. And there is a version on there that has like the sticker on there. It's called a, I want to say it's called like a media call out or like a social call out, something like that, where on the box it'll say watch us on YouTube. So there might be a version coming out like that, and there's been a few variants floating around. I kind of have like the base variant, I guess you could say, like the sort of standard version of the dolls, but there's been a few face variants out there. There's been a few packaging variants with those YouTube or TikTok call outs on it. And there's a version where Sasha's phone, and we'll show her phone later, the graphic on it has a completely different screen. So I'm going to talk about most of that when we get to those dolls, but also in my blog review. So, okay, I've been talking a lot. I'm really sorry. I just feel like so much of this needs context. But I'm going to finally open these dolls. Finally, it's been almost 20 minutes since I started filming. I didn't think I was going to talk that much, but I'm not fully surprised because it's me. And I do tend to talk a lot about things, especially when it comes to Bratz, because Bratz is my passion, my love. So yeah, we're going to open these. And we're gonna show what they're all about. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm opening the dolls from the artwork side. I do want to save the backs, and I do want to save the sides of the box, because, you know, I'm a Bratz hoarder. And I thought maybe we could just slip it out, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. We might have to open up all sides, like do the whole perimeter of the box. Maybe not the bottom, but like definitely the sides here. Okay, so just do the whole perimeter. It's mostly the tape on this side and the tape on this side, and then you open it up, and in that flap, like that cardboard backing, is going to be the poster. And so each doll has an individualized poster. So here is Jade's with that big ugly font. The artwork is stunning. I love the artwork. I love the logo. I love the background. I think the assets are really cool, but I just don't understand why they used like this typography, but then used the original typography on the back. But it's a cute poster. I do like it. And from there, we kind of just have the doll on her cardboard backing. It's so funny to see it like kind of not on this side, but over here on this side. All right, I already know there's gonna be a lot of plastic ties in this thing, so I'm trying to be extra mindful of it. Okay, we have Jade out of the box. We're gonna talk about her in a second. I do want to grab her accessories first. I have thoughts about her, and I think I've shared those thoughts in previous videos, but we are gonna talk about them again. All right, I have Jade and all of her accessories out of the box. So starting with Jade herself, There have been complaints about her hair and her face, and I have to say I love both, to be honest. I like seeing Jade without bangs because I think she gets bangs too often. And I know that they're kind of like a trademark thing for Jade, but again, I think it's like, I don't know, we kind of gotta get out of the mindset that the Bratz are so restricted to certain makeup palettes or certain looks or certain traits, like those kind of things. I think it's okay that Jade doesn't have bangs in this version. And again, I'm kind of happy to see her without the bangs. I think it looks good on her. The hair is a little basic and there is some shedding, which is fairly normal, some shedding, though I hope it doesn't shed too much when I go to wash it, because I will be washing it, and I'll do a separate video where I show what I do to each of the dolls from this line. But I also like these little tendrils, like that's pretty cool. It's just really gelled down, and I really hate that. I just don't understand why they gel it down so much like that. The flannel, I really do love. The flannel's really cute. I mean, I found one that was sort of matching it at Ross, so I picked it up. It's also like long like hers. It was really like, I saw it the day that we saw this doll, like the pictures of her, and I was like, wait, I kind of love it. It looks like this shirt, the green shirt, and this white shirt are attached. So if you're looking to do them as separate pieces, you might not have the best of luck. She has some interesting earrings. They're kind of like a ribbony, I don't know how to describe it. It's electroplated though. It's like electroplated silver. So that looks pretty cool. The thing I really just dislike about her design are her fishnets. I wish the fishnets were, first of all, I wish the holes on these were smaller, and I wish the fishnets extended down to her boots. I think it would have made it look a lot, like, I don't know, it would have made the look a lot better, to be honest. The biker shorts I don't necessarily care for, and I'm wondering, are these separate? Okay, the biker shorts are a separate piece from the fishnets, so that's cool, I guess. Maybe I'll change out the fishnets, I don't know. The boots though, this has been my biggest issue with this particular doll. I don't understand why they made the platform on this like non-existent, because all the other dolls in this line have really big platforms and like chunky shoes, and I want to say this was probably a mistake that they made and then didn't correct, was not giving this doll a bigger platform. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting choice of boot, to be honest. It's a brand new sculpt, which is interesting. All of the dolls in this series, they have brand new shoe sculpts, and they also have brand new like earring sculpts and some new accessories and bags and all of that. But this shoe sculpt is definitely like not it, to be honest. I hope they, I don't know, maybe they should release a shoe pack with new shoes that look like this but with a bigger platform, because this is kind of not, this is not the tea, to be honest. The dolls have the Collector 2018 body, so if you don't know what that is, it is the regular Bratz torso and the regular Bratz legs. So the legs are bend and snap. They only bend so far. Don't bend them this way, because you'll probably like break them. I would just recommend bending them this way, but you can't really bend them too much. But yeah, they are bendable legs. The arms themselves are articulated, so they're, I'll just take off her thing. Oh, you can't even see it here because she's a long sleeve shirt. Here, I'll roll it up. So basically there's a joint here that swivels the arm. There's a joint here at the elbow. Doll's arms can go like this. The legs only move this way. They don't go out this way. I will say, I really, really want them to update these bodies one day. I do feel like the original Bratz bodies are a little archaic, and they could use a lot of work, to be honest. Especially, like, I don't know, like, the 2018 bodies aren't bad. The hand sculpts are from the 2013 articulated bodies, which in turn are actually a scaled down version of the Moxie Teens hands from 2010. I just wish that they had bodies that kind of flattered their clothing a little bit more, maybe slightly taller. Some better articulation, I think, would really help out the Bratz in a lot of ways. And I'm honestly shocked they haven't taken that feedback yet and like applied it to the dolls. They keep consistently using the 2018 bodies, which I'm not completely against. I kind of accepted them at this point as being the standard articulated body, but I don't know. I feel like they could still do a nice update. Now, the head sculpt is something interesting. So, the head sculpt, as you can see, the trademark is down by the neck rather than being up on the head a little bit more. The heads are the 2021 UV revised sculpt. So, it does say 2001 on the back because it's just basically a scaled up and modified version of the original 2001 head. So, just for context, most Bratz, for the most part, use that 2001 head sculpt, the original one. But in 2021, they started using UV print for some of the dolls, for Rock Angels, for GCDS, Jimmy Paul, and the Holiday Felicia. After that point, they switched back to spray and the stamp method, which are kind of like the preferred methods. Spray is definitely the superior method. And I do believe these dolls are spray, if not, they're a mix of spray and stamp, because there's a variant of Chloe specifically that looks definitely stamped, but the version I have definitely looks sprayed. So I don't understand like why they are switching the methods up like that. In my opinion, I don't care what method they use as long as the dolls look pretty. And I think for the most part, the dolls have looked pretty. I think the face up here is really, really stunning. And I'm surprised people dislike Jade's face because I think it looks pretty good, honestly. And I don't know, her outfit's not too bad. I think it's really just the bottom half that I dislike a lot. The green at first was a little bit jarring in comparison to the rest of her outfit, but I don't fully mind it. I don't think it's too bad. But I'll show you I'll grab my Felicia here because she has the original 2001 head sculpt. You can see the copyright is a little bit higher, more like closer to her hairline in the back, and the trademark looks different there compared to Jade's, who has the 2021 revised sculpt. It's more closer to the neck. I'm wondering if maybe the spray method or whatever they're using maybe works better on the 2021 head, and maybe that's why they utilized it. I don't think there's too much of a difference. Like, I don't think it's horrible. Again, I kind of would prefer maybe the 2001 sculpt, but I don't mind the 2021 one either, especially if we get pretty dolls out of it. Like, I'm okay. I know times have changed. I know things have changed over 23 years, almost 23 years since the brand debuted. Not exactly 23 years if people want to get technical, because some people do. I don't mind her as a doll. I think she's pretty decently well made. I think she's a well-designed doll for the most part, except for that bottom half I really dislike. The accessories are pretty cool. She has some cool glasses. She also comes with a classic Bratz nail polish, and of course it's red. She comes with this purse, and I don't know if this mold or sculpt has been used anywhere. I feel like these might be entirely new sculpts for this line. She comes with a chain that you're supposed to put around her biker shorts. I kind of wish this wasn't silver painted, and I wish it was electroplated instead, but I'll put it on her at some point so that we can check that out. She comes with her tongs, aka her flat iron. She also comes with a blow dryer, which I think is a reused sculpt from like some of the older Bratz dolls. And I don't know if you noticed these details, but molded into where the vents are for the blow dryer, there's two of those Mugler shaped stars. And then there's a star here as well. So I do think it's an older mold. And then on her phone, she has, it's like she's on a website like shopping, and it says shop all sale. And there's some snowflakes there. Or no, those are flowers. Never mind. Sorry. It's like a blue color scheme, so it looks like snowflakes to me. Those are flowers. And the phone is the 2015 phone sculpt. I'm glad they're including phones again. I kind of wish they came with cases, but I'll take a phone. I think it's definitely like an upgrade from like the flip phones. And then we have the classic Bratz Star Brush. It has the oval brush part and then the sort of odd trapezoid, like asymmetrical trapezoid, and there's stars on it, and it says Bratz here. This is the original Bratz brush sculpt. I know a lot of people think that the star-shaped one is the original, but this is the actual original brush that comes with the original dolls, as you can also see somewhere in this package here. Yes. I kind of do wish that if they had to include the brush, they would have used the star one, but I get for consistency, maybe that's why they used these ones. And I have to say, I kind of wish we didn't get a brush at all. I know that they're kind of essential with all dolls, but if they had to include a piece of plastic in there, I would have preferred to have a doll stand. And I have to say, I love the doll stands that Bratz has come out with in the past year. Like, I kind of wish we got these ones in different colors, or even just in like a nice black or a purple shade. I don't know, but just like this stand would have made a huge difference to me with these dolls. Honestly, I'm truthfully shocked that they don't come with stands, but you know what? They are $25. They're $24.99 US dollars. So considering what you're getting and how it compares to everything else on the market, it's pretty standard. That's a pretty standard price. I do wish it was a little bit cheaper, but considering that they are having, like, you know, new sculpts for the shoes and earrings and purses and all of that, I kind of understand why, because they have to kind of make up for those production costs. So I get why the doll is $25. I feel like maybe $20, but even like $20 these days, like, you won't get like the best quality doll, like with a bunch of accessories. Like $20 is like the new LOL OMG line, like that runway line that they came out with. So I guess we'll just keep that in mind going into this. It's a good doll for $25. They have nylon hair. It's premium nylon. That's no surprise. I don't think we'll be seeing them switch back to saran. Saran is a harder hair fiber to source these days. It's even harder to source it in different colors. And overall, nylon is a much more durable hair fiber. So I don't realistically ever see Bratz switching back to saran unless the market changes. I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like that's like the least of the dolls' issues, and I feel like it's just another thing for people to grab on and complain about with these dolls. But it's nylon. Like, get over it. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's nylon. Moving on, we are going to open up Sasha. I'm not going to talk much about the packaging now because I kind of got it all out when I talked about Jade and also the stand part. So we're just going to go ahead and open her up. I do like her artwork, although I will say the posing of the artwork is a little funny to me. And I like the artwork. I just feel like the heads are a little too big for my liking, which is surprising because I do love a big head. But hey. Also, they do have new descriptions on the back. I didn't actually read the descriptions. They're just slightly updated from their original dolls. And I just shook the camera, sorry. Jade says, "Hey, my name is Jade. My fashion passion is style that makes a statement. My friends call me Cool Cat because I'm the coolest cat they know." When we look at Sasha's says, "Hi, my name is Sasha. My fashion passion is streetwear with flair. My friends call me Bunny Boo because old school hip hop is my thing." So it's a little similar to her original bio. All right, we have Sasha on her cardboard backing, and we're gonna take a look at her poster before we completely debox her. But here's Sasha's poster, pretty cute. It makes me want to frame my posters, but I have no wall space for this. But I kind of love it, except for that font. That's just my only note about this is the font choices. Let's get her out. Okay, we have Sasha out of the box, and here she is. I have to say, holding her, she's a lot better than I expected, though I do have some notes, of course. So the outfit isn't that bad in person. I think the fabrics they used are pretty good. I think the construction of the pieces looks really good. I'm fairly impressed, honestly. The only issue I have, and even though this jacket is really nice and well constructed, I shouldn't say jacket, the vest, I don't like the vest very much, and when I see pictures of her without the vest, I really enjoy the outfit a lot more. I feel like the vest is just a little too bulky in my opinion. And I don't know. I also don't like the way, like, how much thread is coming off of this. I'm also noticing some of the vest's filling is like coming out on the edges there. So I'm not the biggest fan of that piece. The hair, it's cute. I like the hairstyle. I know it's going to be a lot of hair. A lot of people have mentioned that she's a lot of hair. They put a lot of gel on the ends. It's just a little gel down. It's a little messy looking like this, and like the back of it looks really flat because of the way she's laid out in the box. So I am gonna have to redo this hair. But I like it, to be honest. It's not bad. I have to say the pink is a little jarring for my taste, especially on Sasha. I kind of wish they did a little bit more of a muted pink rather than such a loud and bright pink, but it's not terrible. The earrings are pretty cute. That's definitely a new earring sculpt, and it matches her Caperni inspired handbag, which is like this translucent plastic that kind of is a gradient into like a deeper pink, and I honestly really love that. That is really cool. Yeah, I like her. I think the pockets open. Yes, the pockets open and you can actually use them. You can put things in her pockets. The shoes, I have to be honest, I really love. I love the plastic they used on the platforms. Like, it just looks really cool, and you can see through them, and you can even see through the straps as well. And they're somewhat getting the skin tones right. The skin tone difference between the shoe and the leg is just a little bit off, but the body and the face look pretty good. The face also looks good, although I will say one of her eyes is a little wonky looking, and the lips, the shape of these ones specifically could have been better on this specific doll in my hands. But otherwise, like, not bad at all. I'm impressed that they're using some more electroplated pieces. She also comes with an electroplated gold necklace, which I think is honestly going to make the whole look even better. I like it. She also comes with a water bottle, which is like a translucent pink with a black cap. It doesn't open or anything, so I would not expect it to. She comes with these glasses, which I don't know if they're a new mold or not. I think Jade's glasses looked like a new sculpt. These ones, I can't really tell if these are a new sculpt or not. She comes with a pink brush. She comes with pink nail polish. She comes with a cell phone that is orange, and it has the song We're the Bratz on it. And on her variant, which I forget what's on the variant's phone, but it's like a different image on it. And I want to say it might be like the Bratz something. It's something Bratz, but I just forget what. But this is her phone. I love the song We're the Bratz, so it's kind of fun to see them nod it here as well. It's also a nice tie-in to what they're doing media-wise. She also comes with these headphones, which I'm almost certain is from the remix line from 2016. So a lot of people have been saying that she gives 2016, 2015 vibes. And I think this is part of the reason why. It's like the bright colors, the bigger head, and these headphones. Because the headphones are definitely, I'm almost certain, reused from Remix from 2016. You can even see the pegs here from where the animal ears would have gone. So an interesting choice for the headphones, but I guess you got to use what you got in the inventory there. But that's Sasha. She's overall pretty good. I do prefer her without the vest. And I think honestly with some adjustments, she would have been, you know, perfect. But otherwise, she's not a bad doll. And I kind of love her, to be honest. All right, next up is our resident angel, Chloe. She definitely, to me, has the strongest look. So I'm going to see how I feel about her after I open her, of course. But I can kind of tell she might be like my first or second favorite of the line. But let's go ahead and open her up. She also has cute artwork. I do like her artwork. It's updated from the ones that we saw from earlier last year. Although I will say the angling of the head is a little awkward, but that's my only thing about it. Otherwise, I do think it's fun. It's cute. So yeah, let's open her up. We have Chloe on her cardboard backing. I'm excited to get into this entire doll. We're going to take a look at her poster. Also, the posters are 11 inches by 17 inches if anybody is looking to frame these. But yes, here's Chloe. I love her color palette a lot, to be honest. Okay, we have Chloe out of the box. And off the bat, she's a really stunning doll. She has probably like my favorite face up, or maybe second favorite face up of the lineup. I'm not sure quite yet. I love her lips. I love a juiced Bratz lip. I love it when the lips nearly touch the nose and almost hit the bottom of the chin. Like, that's my favorite Bratz lip shape. It's like a true Bratz lip. The eyes are super like sultry, and I love the like side glance she has going on. I love the lashes. I honestly do love the new brows. I think people are just used to the super thin 2000s type brow, but I personally love these brows. I love the makeup palette. Like, I love that it's a dark, deep red lip with light pink eyeshadows and some golds in there. Overall, like, really cool. Something I did want to note, though, about Jade is I'm a little confused about her eyebrows. I don't like how light they are in comparison to her, like, hair, but that's another thing. Sorry to backtrack there, but I just wanted to go back and talk about that for a moment. She has a high pony, and then she has these two tendrils in the front here. She has a denim scrunchie. It's pretty cute. I like it. It's kind of like torn denim there. Her shoes just like scratched up on my table and it made a weird noise. She has these cute sort of gold hoop earrings. They're electroplated. They have like a sort of like brushed look to them, like a brushed bronzy gold look. She's a denim jacket with real studs and also a matching two-tone denim skirt also with real studs. The jacket does come off and she has a top underneath, and it's like a white tube top with pink angel wings on it, and it's like a ribbed tank top type of material. She has studs all around. Did a stud fall off? I'm like traumatized by Bratz and studs falling off. I hope studs did not. I don't think so. I think the studs are on there pretty well, or at least on mine. But the straps go all around. They're all around studded, and they are attached to the tank top, so you can't remove those. There's also like belt buckles up here, so it's a very interestingly constructed top. I like it though. I think it's pretty cute. She has like electroplated rings here that hold this faux pearl chain. The pockets are real. Like, you can put stuff in the pockets. I'm pretty sure, yes. Pockets are real. She has denim jean cuffs, which are separate from the whole outfit. And again, like all around, she has like belts on them. I don't know what to call those, like knee belts. And then the denim down here, it's like all like cut off. And then she does have some cute shoes underneath. I like the shapes of these new Bratz shoes. It's very interesting and new, but also like a throwback to the old ones. At least for Chloe, Sasha, and Yasmin. I can't say much about Jade's shoes. This is a very popular style of like shoe at the moment, is like the denim over the heel and all of that. So I like that sort of modern fashion reference there. Overall, really like it. Are her pockets real on her jacket? Oh, the pockets on the jacket here are real. Yeah, I'm loving these details. I do love the all denim look. I feel like denim on Chloe's a little bit tired, but I'll make the exception for this doll because I think it's really well executed. She comes with a light pink brush. She also has these really cute glasses that have like faux white pearls on them. They're like cat eye glasses. I don't know if this is a new mold, but it kind of does look like one. I don't recall seeing that sculpt anywhere else. She has light pink nail polish. She also comes with one of my favorite accessories, which is like, I don't know what to call this. I think it is perfume. If not, it's like lip gloss. I'm gonna actually look because it should say on the back of the box what it is. Okay, I think I've been calling these nail polish bottles, but I think these are supposed to be lipsticks. Oh, they are supposed to be lipsticks. Wow, I've been wrong this entire time. So these are supposed to be like little mini lipsticks. And this is supposed to be a nail polish bottle, but I have a perfume bottle that looks just like this that I got from my aunt, so that's funny. She comes with a makeup compact, which is a reused sculpt from the classic Bratz. I like this sort of translucent grayish pearly shade. She comes with a pearl necklace. It's kind of giving me like a Vivienne Westwood vibe. I don't know if that's the explicit reference, but it does feel very much kind of like a reference to Vivienne Westwood. I like this purse. It's pretty cute. It has a strap here. It's a pink strap, but there's like a gold twirl all around it. I guess sort of like a gold twine or a chain or something around it. It's like a quilted purse. It's plastic molded though. I don't think this one opens. It might actually. It does. It opens this way if you want to store stuff in it, and there's a bee on it. And I like that. I kind of like it because like OMG and Rainbow High and Shadow High always have like SH or OMG or LOL on them, or RH or rainbow or something. So I kind of like seeing like that happening with Bratz, is like more of those elements that make the pieces more aligned with like the actual dolls and the brand. She has a light pink cell phone, and there's the lips on it, and it says XOXO Hot Beauty Trends. I love that. She comes with 2 of these hair clips with those faux pearls on them. And they're that same, like, sort of grayish, translucent pearl color. So I do enjoy that. Overall, she's a really, really strong doll. And dare I say, so far, the strongest doll out of the series. I don't know. She might be the first, to be honest. I think Yasmin would be like the runner up in terms of like the strength of like the designs, but really just a stunning, gorgeous doll. I could see why a lot of people are gravitating towards Chloe. I think overall, there's not many flaws in her design. I personally really love her, but I think now we have to move on and talk about Yasmin. All right, we have Yasmin. I'm a little nervous about her hair. I'm hoping that it's good out of the box, and I don't have to do too much to it. But here's Yasmin. Here's her artwork. The artwork is really cute. My favorite artwork of the 4 is definitely Yasmin's. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna open her up. I never read Chloe's thing. Okay. Backtracking, sorry. We're gonna read Chloe and Yasmin's, whose back of the boxes I've already torn off. But Chloe's is, "Hi, my name is Chloe, and my fashion passion changes with my mood. Sometimes it's casual, cool, and sometimes it's drama. My friends call me Angel, and that's what I am." And then Yasmin says, "Hey, my name is Yasmin. My fashion passion is mixing classic vintage with modern staples. My friends call me Pretty Princess because I have a sweet and regal style." Pretty cute. I love that. I love the updated bios. Okay, holding Yasmin, she might be my favorite. I'm sorry, like I kind of called it from the start. I thought Yasmin would end up being my favorite, which is kind of shocking because Yasmin isn't always my favorite, but she has her moments, and I think this is one of them. So here's Yasmin. And she really just feels so authentically Bratz. They all do to a degree, but like Yasmin, and I would say Chloe as well, feel the most authentically Bratz to me. I love her screening. It really reminds me of the Wintertime Wonderland Yasmin screening with the Wanted Yasmin makeup palette. Like, it just looks so good, and I love the inward lashes. They just look so good. Her face looks stunning. I honestly really love her hair. I will have to fix it up because it's like all flat back here, and I don't like that. Also, like when you do the hair, like don't be doing all weird things with it, because you're gonna see the spots that are like bald spots, but they're not bald spots. It's a normally rooted head. It's just that when you pull the hair apart, of course, you're gonna see spots in it that are bald. But anyways, I've talked about that before, but people don't listen, whatever. The curls are pretty nice. I think I'm gonna wash it with cold water just to retain the curls, but it definitely needs like some, like, I don't know, something to it to sort of like zhush it up. The bangs are pretty cute. They're a little bit messily done on mine. And in her artwork, she kind of has like something a little bit more face framing, like with the wolf cut, with the bangs here. And I don't know how to describe it, but like a longer bang coming down that sort of frames her face. And I low-key have been wanting to attempt it, but I don't know. I think I might play it safe for a bit before I commit to something like that, though I feel like I could do it. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it, because I could pull these pieces up here and do that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I love her outfit, although I will say I think a better, like, longer torso would have really made this look a lot better. I do like the fabric. I know some people have had issues with it, like not liking the fabric, but I'm okay with it. I like the purple and the brown mixed together. It's definitely something like up Yasmin's alley. And some people were saying that this wasn't a good look for Yasmin, but I have to disagree. I think it's a perfect look for Yasmin. I love the skirt. I think it looks pretty good. The lacing and everything looks pretty good. And I love the earrings. I think the earrings are based off of a Cult Gaia earring, which makes sense because Cult Gaia is Jasmine Larian's brand. And then underneath her long shirt, she has this paisley halter top. And it's like purple paisley with like an off-white color there. It's pretty cute. I like it. I think it's a nice addition to the doll. The shoes, I really, really love the shoes. I love the shape of them. I love the colors. I love this metallic purple against this matte brown. I think it all looks really, really cool. I think these parts of it, someone had pointed out, like they're like separate and they were glued together, which I don't think is super relevant, but I know some people are interested in that kind of stuff. But I really do like Yasmin. She's a really, really pretty doll. She comes with some cool accessories as well. I think her handbag is my favorite out of all four. She has this handbag. It has an electroplated gold handle, and then it's like this pale purple. It's really cool. It also has a slot in the middle if you want to put anything in there. She comes with this choker that actually matches her earrings. It has a pattern of those little flowers from her earrings. So it's pretty cute, pretty cute. I feel like you might not be able to see it super well though if you're putting the long sleeve top on her. She comes with a smoothie. Some people were questioning what this was, and it's like, it's a smoothie. There's a straw in it. Yeah, it's a cute like pink purple smoothie. She has a gold phone, and then this is one of my favorite things, is the graphic on the phone is a Bratz Pets Cats doll. And I think this one is either Bridget or Kendall, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm not super duper sure. I'll confirm in my review, but I love that so much. She also has a purple lipstick, so sorry, I thought it was a nail polish earlier. It makes sense that it's a lipstick. It also has a square makeup compact, and it is a gold color. And I think this one is a blush. I have to open it though. Yeah, it's kind of like a it's kind of like a blush or a bronzer. It's definitely like a goldish brown tone in there. And then she has these glasses, which are definitely a reused sculpt. I've seen these before with Bratz, but it definitely suits her. Of course, this pale purple brush. Yasmin, I think, is my favorite. I would say Yasmin, Chloe, Sasha, then Jade. That's probably the order I would go in. Some of them might be kind of like interchangeable, but for the most part, I do love the four of them. And I have to say, this is definitely like a strong playline comeback. Something that, again, I just did not expect. And oh, I love seeing all four of them together. Wow, Bratz is back. I hate using that terminology because I'm like, Bratz has been back, but I feel like Bratz is like really, really back, and it's kind of just shocking, but like fun, and I don't know. It gives me good feelings. It gives me good feelings. It makes me hopeful for the future of the brand. I definitely think we're in a pretty good spot, especially if they're like producing new playline dolls. They definitely see that there's demand for it. And I'm sure retailers, for the most part, are seeing the demand. But we do have to talk about retailers for a moment because they can be pretty pesky, especially when it comes to international distribution. I'm surprised these are standing on their own right now. I feel like Yasmin's standing. Okay. So let's talk about retailers, where to buy these dolls, because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering. A lot of people might even be confused because the rollout for these has been a little hectic. Okay, I'm getting up a little bit so you can see my face better. So these in the United States are going to be available at Walmart stores. As far as I know, that's the only in-person physical retailer that is going to carry them. These most likely, and I don't think at all, are going to be sold at Target stores, unfortunately, but they are expected to hit basically every Walmart store in the US. So if you're looking to buy them in person, definitely check out Walmart. I haven't heard anything about Toys R Us at Macy's, and the Macy's Toys R Us's tend to not order dolls in the spring, and they usually wait till the middle of the year to order dolls, more so in time for the Christmas season. So that is unfortunate. I do feel like if they had a chance, these would sell really well at Target. And it's the same issue with the Bratz Pretty and Punk dolls. I feel like those should have been at physical retailers, but for the most part, they weren't. So that's disappointing to hear, and to, I don't know, like the fact that they're not going to be widely sold. But if you're looking to get them in person, go to Walmart. They won't have them at Target unless a miracle happens, but they will be online for the most part. You can get them on the Target website, on the Walmart website, on Amazon, of course. You can actually check in my description of this video. I have an Amazon storefront with all of the dolls listed. You can also find links on the Bratz 2024 master post on lookinbratz.com. And you can find all of the links that I'm mentioning here in the blog review for the Alwayz Bratz dolls. So I have a section on there called Where to Buy, and you can find all of the links that I have found. They're also available on the official Bratz.com website and also the official LOLsurprise.com website. Those are MGA's direct-to-buy websites. Don't worry, they're not scams. Those are the official websites. I believe in Australia, these have been on oztoystore.com, which imports the dolls, so the dolls are going to be a little bit more expensive there. I haven't heard anything about Canada. They might be at EB Games/GameStop, but I haven't heard anything about that from any of my Canadian friends. And the UK, I'm honestly not sure. That's another huge question I get, is like the UK and the Philippines. I honestly have no clue, and I wish I had more information on that. I am trying to compile a list of retailers that typically carry Bratz internationally, so stay tuned for that. It's a lot of, honestly, I got a lot of responses from that, and it's going to be a lot to sift through, and I have not had a moment, so please just be patient with me. But I'm hoping to get that up on the website soon. And yeah, I wish I had more info on the international retailers. And a lot of people are quick to blame MGA, and not to like kiss MGA's butt in the situation, but it's a big retailer issue. Retailers don't want to order the dolls because they don't see the demand in their countries for them. So I would say, like, if you really want to see these dolls on shelves, hit up your retailers and tell them yourself that, like, hey, like, we want to see these dolls on shelves. I want to buy these dolls. Are you going to order these dolls? It's up to the retailers at the end of the day whether or not they want to sell these dolls. And that is a general rule of thumb worldwide. It's like, if there's no demand for it in that country and the retailers don't see the demand for it, they're not going to go for it. They're not going to order it, because it's ultimately going to be a waste of money on their end if they don't think it's going to sell. It's really just a business mindset, unfortunately. They're not thinking like, oh, like new Bratz dolls. They're probably thinking like, oh, new Bratz dolls, you know, kind of not enthusiastically. So just keep that in mind. I do think a lot of international fans order directly from the Amazon US website, which all those links I've posted a million times and are in the description and all of that on the websites I just mentioned. So you can possibly get it imported from Amazon US. So definitely consider that if you're impatient and don't want to find out whether or not they're going to end up in your country. And that is my best solid advice on that front. I feel like I've talked a lot, but I feel like we got a lot out on the table. The Bratz are finally out of the bag. The Bratz are out of the bag. Alwayz Bratz is here. It's our first Playline collection. I personally think this is a strong start to hopefully what leads to a whole new world. A lot of mixed feelings on this from other folks, a lot of mixed feelings. Some people are saying that they took away Rainbow High's budget, which isn't true, but if you want to believe that, you are welcome to believe that. That's not really the truth. That's not how it works, but you know what? You go ahead, you go off, you say what you want to say. People, live your truth, I guess. I don't know. But I'm happy to see Bratz kind of coming back in a stronger way with Playline, and I really hope that this is the beginning of a positive future, and I'm hoping it leads to more consistent releases from the Bratz brand. I feel like we get dolls so far and few in between, but I feel like since June or July of last year, we've had pretty consistent releases, which it's really nice to see as a Bratz fan. And if you've been keeping up with me for however long you've been keeping up with me, I've always championed for new Bratz Playlines, so it's finally here, and I couldn't be happier, honestly. Some things I would change, yes, but overall, a strong start, and hopefully the brand just keeps growing and evolving from here. I'm looking forward to the future. Let me know in the comments if you are going to be purchasing any of the Alwayz Bratz dolls, or if you have already purchased them, who's your favorite out of the lineup, and what do you want to see from the Bratz brand in the future in terms of new dolls? I'm curious to know what other people are thinking. I'm hoping we get more characters. I'm hoping we get more looks. I'm hoping we get some deluxe lines with second outfits. That would be a really nice perk. But for now, I'm really happy with what we got. If you want to see more pictures and more details and read about these dolls, check out my blog post at lookinbrats.com. It is in the blog section, and also there's a preview of it on the homepage, so definitely check that out. I add a lot of details in there. I add links. I add everything literally that I could think of and know. It's in there, so definitely go check that out. It's a free resource. Make sure to follow me on all socials at Lookin' Bratz. Hold the G on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I'm also on Ko-fi, that's Ko-fi, all linked in the description. I also have an Amazon storefront where you can find links to dolls and other essentials for my doll collection that I personally recommend. Those are ways to sort of support me in a different way, a little bit more monetarily, which I do appreciate, but if not, just viewing my YouTube videos and checking everything out helps as well. And if you like this video, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Bratz content. I feel like there's a lot more Bratz content on the way because a lot of my videos lately have been Bratz, which I've been super happy about. Bratz is really bringing it to us. And stay tuned because I'm going to do a hair tutorial video on how to fix up your Alwayz Bratz doll's hair. So stay tuned for that, coming soon to the channel. We're gonna wash the hair, we're gonna style the hair, we're gonna redo the hairstyles and get rid of that messy box hair together. But other than that, that's it. I've taken up enough of your time, you've taken up enough of my time, but we spent the time pretty wisely, I would say. I've been recording for about an hour and a half, which was honestly unexpected, but you know, I got a lot of stuff to say as a Bratz historian. I'm a Bratz historian, so you know this is my bread and butter, my Bratz and butter. I don't know. I'm trying to find Bratz puns and everything. But anyways, I hope I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye.